Dwi'n gweithio efo MS Cymru fel swyddog datblygiadol dros Gogledd Cymru. Dwi'n gweithio efo gwirfoddolwyr a hefyd dwi'n gweithio efo'r pobl sydd yn defnyddio a gwasanaethu dros Gogledd Cymru. Jyst i helpu nhw yn sylweddoli pa effaith mae'r MS yn gael ar bobl a pa fath o cwestiynau sydd gan pobl sydd yn byw efo'r MS. Pa fath o cwestiynau dyn nhw ddim yn licio gofyn. Os mae rhywun yn just cael diagnosis newydd, maen nhw'n efo'r MS, siarad efo teulu, siarad efo ffrindiau, ac yn arbennig, sy'n ni'n dweud, mae'n bwysig i chi yn trio siarad efo pobl eraill sydd yn byw efo'r MS. Mae yna llawer o gwahanol symptomau, a dydy pawb ddim yn cael pob un. Mae'r un sydd yn rili bwysig ydy blinder. Dydyn nhw ddim yn medru cynllunio online llaw, achos bydden nhw ddim yn gwybod beth pryd maen nhw'n mynd i gael ddigon o egni. Weithiau, dydyn nhw ddim yn cael reoli o cyhyrau. Beth arall sydd yn digwydd ydy weithiau dydyn nhw ddim yn medru gweld, weithiau maen nhw'n colli saith allan o un llygad neu y ddwy. Ond efo llawer o bobl, maen nhw'n medru really cario ymlaen am byw o dydd y dydd.
I was a young man when I first noticed the problems. I was only 25. I used to play squash, go cycling, running. Then one day I noticed I was just too tired. And as this went on for a long, long time, life carried on normally. As I say, I had 2 grown-up children now. And it's only when I started work at Wilbur, other people noticed me dragging my leg. I then went to the doctors about that, by which time I was getting back pain as well. So they sent me to London. Put me on an MRI scan and immediately pinpointed nerve damage in my neck and quiet areas of the brain, MS. That was 1986 now, so it's only recently I've been in a wheelchair, in that because I caught shingles I'm able to go out in it. I went to Llandudno yesterday in it. I can get in my car in it. It's what life's about. I depend on the support workers to get me up in the morning. They sort my lunch out, and then they sort out my evening meals as well, which I couldn't do without that.
I'm the treasurer of the MS Society in Gwynedd and Anglesey, and I became involved in it after a very good friend and my ex-boss was diagnosed with MS. And I think that the society and the work that it does in the area is very important, because a lot of people who don't have MS don't really understand what MS is, and a lot of people, when they're first diagnosed, don't really know what it is, and too often they're just told, oh well, you've got MS, and that's the end of it as far as the doctors and the consultants are concerned. But for the person with MS, it's just the beginning. The day that I phoned the MS Society and spoke to Jeff and said, you know, we've got a diagnosis, what about this? It was just so reassuring to speak to somebody else who knew what you were going through, knew what MS was, and knew what you were likely to be feeling and things. The branch is able to give that support to people, and in other practical ways we're able to give grants out to people for things like recliner chairs, for non-slip flooring, for patio doors for somebody so they could get in and out. And very often something small in itself means so much to somebody and can make such a huge difference to their life. You know, with MS it's an uphill struggle all the time. So anything that we can do to help to make life better and easier is just so important to be able to do it.
The MS Society, which covers Anglesey, Gwynedd and Meirionnydd, where we have about 30 people with MS of varying descriptions. I mean, we've all got MS, but we've all got different versions of it. I get great pleasure in helping people with what I know about MS. When new ones come in, I'm able to talk to them and hopefully help them to say that MS is not the end. You just have to look at things in a different way.
The branch have social meetings on the second Tuesday of every month in Llandegvan, and then we usually have a speaker. Sometimes we'll have a quiz or something like that, and it's just an opportunity again for people to talk maybe nothing to do with MS. maybe about the difficulties they're having with childcare or something like that. But you can also say, well, this person finds this is helpful, another person finds that helpful, and it's just an exchange of ideas and of information as much as anything.
I took an Open University degree and passed when I was 50. It's not the end, it makes it harder. But no, we must never give up, never.